Hello and welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius. Alright, my lovely Aquarius, you're up. We're going to pull out your 3 romance angel messages for you. See what the angels have for you this week. And then we're going to get right into your animal spread, okay? So, again, this may only resonate for some of you, and that's fine. Just take what applies to your situation. If it doesn't apply to you, just let it go. We know that not all readings can be for all those who are watching. All right. Straight out, you have Passion, Aquarius. Nice. We have Love Yourself First. This one comes up a lot for you, Aquarius. Love Yourself First. And we have Chemistry. Strong magnetic attraction is here. Well, I love those energies myself, certainly for messages with regard to your closer, more personal relationships. Let's get right into your animal spirits and see what they hold for you. The animal spirits can be energies coming available to you. They can be people or personality traits, right, that are around you right now that you're dealing with. You can also indicate stages in your life you're coming into. So let's just see what animal spirits you may or may not have walking with you this week, affecting you this week, coming in for you this week. Alright. Straight out you have Aquarius. The deer. This came out earlier as well for another sign. I think it was, may have been Sagittarius. We have Scorpion rather, energy, fire energy. It is similar to the Scorpio sign, but very different. This is a fire elemental, and it is indeed the Scorpion. And then we have air energy of the hawk. Wow. All right, Aquarius, let's get right into it. The deer is an earth elemental, and the deer is the card for the feminine mother archetype, right? Right now, something in your life is calling for you to be very alert and protective, to have all your sort of senses about you, to make sure that you protect whatever is growing, whether it could be indeed a baby coming into your life, right? And a need to sort of protect the child, protect the baby, be in that sort of mode. It can also indicate in general the essence of that energy when you're trying to sort of protect something nude, right? It could be a creative endeavor, right? It could be a project or an idea, a creative idea, something that is sort of burgeoning, as it were, that's just sort of started growing. And that requires a certain level of protection and nurturing and time for it to develop. And so this can oftentimes indicate anything creative, right? And of course we have that green sort of energy around the deer, which indicates that creative sort of energy. Certainly this is the card for the mother. Just as the elk is the card for the father, the deer is of course the card for the mother. Now the Scorpion energy. The Scorpion is a fire elemental, and the Scorpion is indeed associated with sort of life and death and rebirth and protection of oneself. The Scorpion is always ready to sort of defend itself. Its stinger is always ready. These individuals can indeed hold on to, this is a personality type that can indeed hold on to grudges, slights, angers of the past. This is one of the challenges of this energy, is to kind of let go of the things that are in the past that continue to hurt you or anger you. The one thing with the Scorpions, they do tend to have very few people around them because they really don't trust a lot of relationships. One has to really take a lot of time to get to know somebody who's resonating with Scorpion energy. And they're very, very cautious of who they sort of allow into their inner circle. Nevertheless, they do have a few friendships. But really this energy is comes into our life at a time when we really need to reevaluate sort of the things that we have been holding on to. Perhaps our oversensitivity in a way, right? Feelings of always sort of having to be on guard, and not trusting people, sort of really having to deal with that and try to see where that comes from and begin to let some of that go. The hawk, of course, is air energy, and the hawk is associated with gaining perspective. This is a messenger of the divine. This is a spirit animal that really brings in understanding and messages. It can be from the spirit, your ancestors, right? Distant, your relatives or friends that may have moved on. Angels, whatever the case may be, whatever energies are coming to you to bring you a message. The hawk is the animal spirit that sort of represents this kind of energy right now. It can be a gaining of perspective as well, because the hawk is able to sort of fly high and see the whole picture, as well as honing in on the details. So it's really a strong mental energy. It is air. So it's a strong mental energy coming in for you that's really allowing you to gain perspective on the situation and become much more grounded. And again, to open up your receptivity to other messages or omens that may be coming in for you. Now, this is your sort of animal spirits for the week. And it's 3 very different ones, interestingly enough. Earth, fire, and air. Let's get into your outlooks for the week, Aquarius, and see what you may be experiencing. Now, these forecasts are intended to be separate from each other, so you may only resonate with one or even just a portion of one, and that's fine. Just take what applies to you once again and let the rest go. Of course, this is for January 19th to the 25th. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, wow, and 7 of Wands. Interesting. Some of you are coming in this week celebrating with friends, right? You're celebrating with friends, and it's quite interesting because it's a very happy occasion, right? It could be that some of you are with friends you haven't seen for quite some time, yet this week you end up with the 3 of Swords, and it's as if someone has betrayed you. It could be that this week you may have been hanging out with people that you thought were your friends. Everything was very celebratory, but something happened there. Perhaps somebody's communication went strange, or information was exchanged that maybe shouldn't have. I don't know. Something really strange happened here. Because between sort of celebrating here on the one hand, this week you're met with 3 of Swords energy, which is like right away a turnaround. And somebody has really broken your trust, your loyalty. I wonder if somehow these 2 are connected. I wonder whether or not this happened because maybe you found out information while you were celebrating with your friends, and maybe they told you something you didn't know, or something of like that may have happened. But in any case, something connects these 2 events. You find yourself at the end of the week with a 7 of Wands, in a sense that you find yourself all on your own, sort of defending yourself. And it's almost as if you come out the bad guy in the situation here. This is very strange energy. It feels like for some of you, you are dealing with some toxic friendships. And I think this week you're going to go through an event that really reminds you, or not even reminds you, but maybe even awakens you to how quickly there are certain people in your life that maybe on the surface they seem to be very friendly and jolly, and they seem to have a sense of loyalty to you, but you find out very quickly how they can turn on you. It could be that you are at the same event and perhaps you are attracting someone that somebody else is also attracted to, and this bond instantly becomes jealousy in a way. But it's something some kind of event here. You really do find yourself sort of having to sort of protect yourself in a sense, like nobody is coming to your aid by the end of the week. There's it seems as though you've been made out to be the bad guy. And this is really a case of loving yourself first. If you have friends in your life that tend to gang up on you, or you tend to go through these ups and downs with, and I want to say, like, people call it frenemy situation. This is what this feels like. And I think that if you're resonating with this, by the end of the week, you really know who your friends truly are. And it may be a case of having to leave this social circle altogether for a higher level sort of engagement. Because if this is the case, you're resonating with this, then these friends are very, very sort of toxic. Devil energy. 6 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Once again, some of you are coming in this week with devil energy in the sense that somebody is Somebody is pulling on your heartstrings, or somebody is somehow pulling your triggers. They're pressing your buttons. They are sort of appealing to a side of yourself that is, I don't want to say weak, but not as strong in some ways, right? It's interesting. It's almost as if they are a bad influence on you. You know, they tend to sort of pull you down the road of instant gratification. This could be someone coming into you who you've known in the past, who whenever they come into you, this dysfunctional sort of behavior begins, this codependency may begin. In any case, this week, you're starting off the week really sort of having a lot of this energy being tempted. And the devil generally is, it's easy to tempt people into this kind of energy. This side of the devil, excuse me, I'm starting to lose my throat again. This side of the devil, when, you know, you are not busy with your creative expression, you know, when you're kind of like allowing the rest of your life to languish, or you're not really trying to work towards a higher ambition, then devil energy can play on you even harder, right? It can really pull you down a road of instant gratification, because you still need to sort of express yourself in some way and find some sense of gratitude. But devil energy is when we're kind of enslaved to our passions. We're like a slave to instant gratification. And so we've fallen into very addictive behavior. And oftentimes this is a person who's coming in, or an environment or something around you that's triggering this kind of mode of behavior in you, Aquarius. And it's interesting because you come into the week with a Six of Pentacles, and this is a real feeling of somebody asking you for your help, you know. Somebody's really requiring you to sort of, it could be that this person who comes in, it could be an old friend that you sort of used to get into trouble with, and now maybe you're doing a little bit better, who knows, but they're coming in and I think they want money from you, or they want you to help them in some way this week. And I think you really have to realize what the situation is, because you may be already working towards a path of healing. You may be doing a lot of other creative things in your life. This could be why deer energy is at play here, because remember what I said, the deer comes in when it's time to really be protective, like a mother would be, to be alert and on the lookout for things coming in that are dangerous or a threat. This is a week where you have someone coming in, or an energy coming in, that is a threat to whatever stability you may have already established. And not only that, they may want to infringe upon your sort of charity. They want money, or they want help of some kind. You round up the week with Hermit energy, and I think depending on how you handle this, you do round the week off on your own and in your hermit, because I think you realize exactly how bad this person or this trigger is, or this environment, social group, whatever this event is. I think it's a person, honestly. And you realize how, you know, destructive they are. And certainly if you are on a better path now, you're being very protective of it. You may have to indeed sort of go into hermit mode. Some of you may help them financially because you can, but you may also then cut them off, right? And protect yourself. Now, Scorpion energy is about being fiercely protective of yourself and your heart also. And so in this way, Scorpion can be a good energy to have when you need to fend yourself off from the type of people who pull you down this road, right? It's a strong, you know, self-preservation. And so I hope that you do sort of imply a combination of deer and Scorpio energy here to perhaps, yes, be able to give them a little bit of some cash, maybe to help them on their way, but also to be strong enough to then say, well, that's enough, move on. I don't want you in my life. You know, this is the last time I'm going to help you out or whatever. But then the boundaries are set up, and you do love yourself first, because this is a very dangerous energy to come in for you. And I think a lot of you Aquarius actually do that, because you do round the week off as the hermit. And I think this whole sort of sequence of events has really left you feeling very introspective and reflective in terms of sort of having learned a big lesson here. Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So some of you are starting a new relationship. You're coming into this week with a Four of Wands, which is Venus in Aries. This is a new beginning in beauty and love. I think there is a feeling of chemistry between, like we said, chemistry is here. Some of you may have met someone and you feel like this instant chemistry with them. This week, I want to say that you're coming into an energy of Nine of Pentacles. Now, this happened earlier. I think this was for Scorpio, perhaps. Meeting up with a Nine of Pentacles in a sense that this may be your love interest, somebody who's very beautiful, very ambitious, very sort of talented, right? This could also be you resonating with this energy as well, Aquarius. You may be feeling right now that you're ready to sort of engage in a new relationship. The Four of Wands is just the beginning of it, right? The flash and the immediate sort of connection, the immediate sort of stable connection. And in any case, I think if you are resonating with Nine of Pentacles, Aquarius, you're just really thinking about it this week in a sense that perhaps you have, this is for an Aquarius who've been on your own for quite some time. You may have been working a lot on your ambitious goals, your career goals, right? You've been taking care of your body and your mind and your soul and your business. But at the same time, Nine of Pentacles individuals are generally alienated from a deeper connection as a result of all the work that they've put into their career. And so it could be that you're being very reflective this week, some of you, about this. And you may be kind of considering, are you ready to open your door? Because this chemistry here with this person, if it hasn't happened already at the beginning of the week, it may have happened last week, right? If not, it will happen at the beginning of the week for some of you. And it could be like this real, like, wow, you know, this is special. This is different, right? By the end of the week, you do round off with a Page of Cups. So somebody is willing to already offer a token of love, right? So this is really quick. This is fast moving for some of you. This is a fast moving new relationship. And I think for some of you, the other person, not you, Aquarius, is going to be coming in for you by the end of the week and wanting to hand you a cup of love, wanting to say, you know, or a token of their sort of desire to know you on a deeper level, to know you on a much more sort of romantic level. It's very, very nice, Aquarius, and it feels certainly like the beginning of a new relationship. That starts off with a high degree of chemistry, you know, and very quickly sort of begins to develop. It's very, very nice. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading, January 19th to the 25th. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified when I am premiering my videos. You can follow me on Instagram to be notified as well there also at Bow and Arrow Tarot. But for right now, Aquarius, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for your weeklies. Bye-bye.